Hi everybody, welcome back to Critical Mass. Today we're going to do one of our famous tier lists.
Famous?
Yep, they're famous.
Famous now.
Famous within the apartment building. Everybody's talking about it, it's crazy. But we're going to talk about comedic actors or actresses. And we are going to see which one we think is actually the best actor, best actress. And we're going to go, I don't know how many you have. Paul's chosen a bunch of them.
Actress or actor or comic?
Well, no, it doesn't matter if you're a girl or a guy. You're an actor.
You're an actor. Because we are nothing if we are not politically correct. All right, Paul, what do you got for us?
Okay, so the last time we did this was the Pixar movies.
Yep.
And we ranked them according to this particular tier list where you go S, A, B, C, D. Usually it goes E and F, but we're going to just stop at D. And S is like God level. It's stupendous.
Super level.
Super.
Super Saiyan level.
Splendid. Okay, and so we are going to rank all these comedy actors, just chosen kind of like at random.
Okay.
And we're going to put them and try to have an equal amount in each level. So we don't want 9 of them in S level. We want like 4, 4, 4, 4 kind of thing.
Okay.
Okay. So let's start off with...
Now, are we tiering them as of now or tiering them as a career or only in their prime?
I would say their overall career and the impact they had on you in their prime.
Okay.
Okay. Fair.
Okay. So I think everybody will agree that Bill Murray should be on this list.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. But exactly how good was Bill Murray? What level do you think?
Well, he had a very dry humor. His humor is very dry, but he is very, very funny.
See, Bill Murray, you got Stripes. You have
Groundhog Day. Ghostbusters.
What was the
Caddyshack?
Caddyshack. Lost in Translation.
Oh, okay,
His
but
comeback.
now some of these people are comic actors and they've done a lot of serious movies.
Which he has done as well.
And he's done a lot of really good serious movies.
Yeah.
But as a comic actor.
Now, they didn't do too well, though, because people weren't used to seeing him that. Lost in Translation was still a little bit of a comedy, but his other ones didn't do too well.
Stripes, Ghostbusters, Groundhog Day, Caddyshack.
Those are comedies, but I mean his serious attempts didn't go over too well.
Right.
So given all those movies and how he impacted you at the time.
Right now, I would put him as an A right now.
Yeah, I'd agree.
So far of what you've given me.
So temporarily an A.
Temporarily an A.
Yeah, until we see what we have to compare it to.
Yeah.
Okay. How about Billy Crystal?
Billy Crystal's done some stuff.
City.
Oh, he has.
Yes.
You probably don't remember much, but he's done City Slickers.
Well, I remember City Slickers.
When Harry Met Sally.
Princess Bride.
No.
Didn't he do?
No.
Oh no, Crystal didn't do Princess Bride.
Analyze This, Monsters Inc., Throw Mama from the Train.
Yeah. I'm putting him down in C.
When Harry Met Sally, did we mention that?
Yeah, I mentioned that one. Really, he's done a couple that are like.
And don't forget his Oscar hosting.
No, and he did the one where he was a psychologist and he was treating a gangster.
Let's analyze this.
So yeah, but I didn't find them huge successes to me.
I wouldn't argue with C.
Yeah.
See? Okay.
He was a better host, I thought, for the Oscars than almost anybody. But as far as a big star, no.
Okay. Seth Rogen. A little bit of a modern comic actor.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I'm not going to go and see a movie because Seth Rogen is in it, but I laugh at almost everything he says. Right? So he's had at least that impact.
See, he's been in good movies, but he hasn't been the star of those movies a lot of the time.
Always supporting character.
Like Superbad. He wasn't the star in that movie by no means.
Oh no, not
he was the cop.
Superbad, but I'm thinking about 21 Jump Street.
That was Jonah Hill.
Oh, I'm thinking Jonah Hill.
Yeah, no, Seth Rogen.
Okay, Seth can go back in D.
Actually, I would put him in D right now too.
Seth Rogen in D.
Yeah, like his humor is all the same.
He was in the last one with Charlize Theron.
Yeah, but it's always he's like the drug guy, right? He's always the guy who's going to get stoned and high no matter what he's in, and it's just his comedy has been like this. And he's tried doing the one where he goes on vacation with his mother and other stuff. And the Christmas one was actually pretty good, but he's never the big star of the movie. He's either 3 of them or 4 of them in the movie, or he's a secondary character.
And he's a very millennial content kind
Which
of
I don't mind, but I don't like the one stick humor. This is my humor, and that's all I do from now on.
But like Jonah Hill, I laugh at Seth Rogen all the time.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, everything he says is funny, but I wouldn't go specifically to see.
Hey, the new Seth Rogen film's out.
Right.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. Eddie Murphy
A, S.
I gotta put Eddie up there.
in S level.
Yeah. Yeah.
Eddie Murphy? And I'm not talking about since his breakdown or whatever, but I'm talking about his career as a whole.
Pre Pluto Nash.
Yeah.
Everyone has a downturn, but don't forget he came back
from SNL
with Shrek as the donkey.
Yeah.
He
had to go into a lot of family stuff, but
Would It Call Me Dolomite on Netflix was huge success on that one. Then you have his other movies. What is it? Beverly Hills Cop.
yes.
A classic movie.
I love that.
He is one of the best stand-up comedians of our time, and he actually Delirious, the live special, went to theaters. People paid money in theaters to watch a stand-up comedian,
And he followed that up with Raw, which was awesome.
And you don't see that anymore. You don't see comedian. You see it on TV, but you don't see it there. So
he's gonna have a Coming to America remake or sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's coming out. I can't wait for that.
And he did 48 Hours Trading Places.
And he was a big influence on a lot of comedians.
Saturday Night Live, yeah.
So I would put him in S, absolutely.
Okay. Our first S.
As you're writing your...
Okay, so Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell...
Will Ferrell can be so good and so bad at the same time.
Yeah, there is no middle ground with Will Ferrell. It's you either love what he's doing or you hate what he's doing. And 99% of the time, I hate what he's doing, but there's a few movies that he's done that are just hilarious. Elf, for example.
Elf, Talladega Nights.
The Other Guys.
The Other Guys.
Yeah. I loved his character in that.
Even...
he has to get at least an A.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's done enough that he would get an A.
Old school. Yeah, like there's
Step
so
Brothers.
much.
I'll tell you that in the comments, one of the biggest things would be, I can't believe you put Will Ferrell in A.
You think so?
Yeah, he's so polarizing. Either you love him or you hate him.
Oh yeah, I know people who hate him, but we love Talladega Nights.
But he's done.
We love. How many times have we watched The Other Guys now?
Yeah.
Like I watch it many times.
I would say that his character in The Other Guys is one of my favorite characters, encompassing all movies.
His deadpan humor
Yes.
is sometimes so great that you have to. Yet he's had his last Sherlock movie there, where he was portrayed as Sherlock Holmes, was an atrocious abomination.
Yeah,
and the one that he did where they were gambling out of the house, horrible. I don't know what he's doing lately, but his classic stuff was
in The Other
amazing.
Guys, in the cop station, when he's talking to Mark Wahlberg about the lion in the ocean.
And the tuna. Yeah.
Didn't see that coming.
Didn't see that coming. Now we're hunting lion. Yeah.
Okay, John Cleese.
John Cleese. John Cleese has been in a few movies. You know, A Fish Called Wanda and movies like that. But he's best known for Monty Python by far.
So,
and also James Bond.
huh?
He was Q. Q.
Was he?
In some of the James Bond movies.
But now, given that his career spanned mostly Monty Python, did he still have a huge comedic impact? Because I think he revolutionized comedy.
I think he did, especially for the British comedy, like Thames TV and all that. But as far like Monty Python is absolutely off the wall.
yes.
And if we didn't have Monty Python, you wouldn't have some of the comedians from Britain that you have nowadays. So like Mr. Bean would not exist without Monty Python.
But I'd be okay with that.
No, I wouldn't.
I should have put Mr. Bean on the list.
I'm not a huge Mr. Bean guy.
Ah.
But I would put him as a B right now because he didn't do a lot of movies, but he did have a big impact.
Yeah, maybe B.
B? Okay. Yeah, I agree with you.
He also did Faulty Towers on TV. Which,
well,
was
drop him down to C.
Which was also a big series. So
Jim Carrey.
Okay.
you have a lot of people hating us on this one, but either way,
he's Canadian though.
Yeah,
So
but everyone jumps on him lately for everything.
because he's turned from being a comedy actor to a political activist.
But when he gets away from that, like he just did Sonic.
Yeah, and he was the best thing of Sonic. Was Jim
absolutely.
Carrey.
My criticism of him is that he's so good at his one shtick, but that's the only shtick he has.
That's right.
When he's doing comedy.
Yeah, but he had the Truman Show. He gets away from that slapstick quite a bit.
I really liked him in the Truman Show.
It's Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. When he gets into some serious stuff, he's really good at it.
In the serious stuff, but we're talking about comedy.
Yeah, but I'm saying when he can venture out. Now, sometimes this stick, what is it there? The superhero one where he was one of the Kick-Ass 2. You can say it. It's a movie. You can say it. He wasn't very good in that one. But it's when you go back to Pet Detective and Dumb and Dumber.
When we saw Ace Ventura: Pet Detective
for the first time,
that was the hardest I laughed in a movie theater ever.
Yes.
But then we saw Pet Detective 2, and we said, "What's he doing coming out of a rhino's butt?"
But that was, you know what? Upon rewatching Pet Detective 2, it was good. It was funny.
When it came out, we just weren't ready for it.
Yeah.
And then Dumb and Dumber, the original.
Classic.
It's amazing.
I'm gonna say Jim Carrey gets an A spot for now.
I'll put him in A.
Okay. John Candy.
S.
Really? Okay, let's read some of the things that John Candy did. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. He was on the SCTV show, which was like a Canadian Saturday Night Live, except better. Uncle Buck, Summer Rental, Armed and Dangerous, Who's Harry Crumb, Volunteers, and Splash.
Everything he did was great. I enjoyed everything he did.
Well, I enjoyed 2 of those movies that you just mentioned.
Which 2?
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Uncle Buck wasn't bad.
Summer Rental was good.
Summer Rental was okay.
And I can't remember Splash too well.
Splash, he was a secondary character.
But like,
hey, he was also in Vacation.
But
as a security guard.
But don't forget his role on SCTV.
Yes. I don't think he's at God level though. If you look at those movies, that's not God level. Person.
Obviously, he went long before his time.
Yes,
but
we can't predict what he would have done.
He would have been so great.
He could have been. I'd be okay at A.
I don't think we can put him in A. I think we have to put him in B.
I'm even leaning that way, or even C. And I like John Candy a lot, but
is John Candy that much better than Billy Crystal?
I think so. Do you have Chris Farley on your list?
I did not put him on the list.
No.
That's a John Candy wannabe.
No, that's a
poor man's John Candy.
That's the second coming of John Candy.
Can I offer C level for John Candy right now? Right now.
Well, if we're looking at Bill Murray and we're looking at Will Ferrell and Jim Carrey in A, John Candy is lower than them.
Yeah.
Okay, for now.
He's a
for
C or
for now until we go over it again. Then
all right.
Like, don't forget, like
there's still a whole list here to go.
We have to put them from S to D, but they're all great. You know.
Here's the thing though about John Candy. John Candy, all of his comedy was hilariously awesome, but it was also family friendly. Yeah. Right? So it was comedy the entire family could watch, any age, and it was funny stuff. It wasn't resulting to vulgar comedy, which a lot of people do.
But also, that was the era of those type of films.
And he pulled it off. He was great.
Yeah, but I mean, there are a lot of those kind of films now. Compared to nowadays, people are looking for edgier stuff a lot of the time, unfortunately.
Because it's all shock value.
Yeah.
Okay, now this is going to be our first female entry.
Okay.
We're going to do Sandra Bullock.
Okay.
See, she does a lot of serious stuff too.
She does a lot of serious.
Like Gravity has no comedy in it whatsoever.
No, she also did Blindside.
Even Speed, you can't really call a comedy.
So she did The Proposal, Miss Congeniality, All About Steve, The Heat.
As far as her comedy goes, though,
She doesn't do stand-up.
I would maybe put her in D right now.
See, the thing, I like her in everything that she does. Really, she's an amazing actress.
I think she's brilliant as far as...
I think she really connects with the female audience. Like, if you ask females, like, who's the funniest actor, actress out there, she would be way up there on the list. Because they appreciate her so much.
Maybe, but doesn't do
but
they're
also
comedy.
only remembering 2 movies. They're remembering Miss Congeniality and maybe The Proposal. Maybe.
But look at the actors that we've already done. Some of them have only had 2 or 3 good movies, just like her.
But the difference with her is she has ventured out into serious films and still been successful. I would say she's known more as an actress, or all-around actress, than a comedic actress now.
I would agree with that.
With all the movies that she's done.
But compare her comedy and her success at comedy to the other names we have on this list.
Yeah. The other ones, if you were to say, hey, John Candy, you would say comedian. He's not a serious actor. You say, her and Sandra, and it's, but she's an actress.
You can say Bill Murray. Comedian or serious actor?
Comedian.
He's done more serious than he has comedy.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah, way more serious.
Not successfully.
Okay, but that just means he's a bad actor.
No, Sandra Bullock has done it successfully.
But that shouldn't take away from her comedic value.
Yeah, but maybe the comedian... Tell me the comedian movies again.
The Proposal.
1.
Miss Congeniality.
2.
All About Steve.
Which was horrible.
The Heat.
Which was so-so.
The Heat was awesome.
It was so-so.
Okay. Well, you just don't know from funny.
You don't know from funny.
Yeah, what do you talk about?
Okay, so what level do you want to put her in? She's not a D.
As a comedic actor? I'm leaning towards D.
If you've put Seth Rogen in D, I would say she's on par with Seth Rogen.
As a comedian?
As a comedian.
Really? Oh, okay. Okay, so down in the comments, tell these 2 guys that they're wrong.
Now here's what I say. Sandra Bullock is a far better actor than a lot of the people on this list.
Because I will watch Miss Congeniality and The Heat 20 times.
Okay, quote me one of her jokes.
I would if I had time to think right now, but I'm hosting a show.
Touche. Case closed.
Robin Williams.
S.
Okay, listen to this. Mrs. Doubtfire, Aladdin, Hook, Night at the Museum, Toys.
I don't even have to think about it. Robin Williams is a master. S.
Toys wasn't very good.
And wasn't that mostly Richard Pryor?
No, you're thinking of The Toy. Toys was where he's like this toy maker kind of thing. It wasn't very good at all.
The VHS box with him in a hat. I remember that.
It really wasn't very good.
Okay.
So, and he was amazing in Aladdin. Absolutely. Miss Congeniality, yes.
What?
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Miss Doubtfire.
Hook.
Jumanji.
Okay, so right now, so far we have Mrs. Doubtfire and Aladdin were really great. And then...
Jumanji, the original.
Jumanji, Night at the Museum, Hook.
No, those are not so-so. Those are massive hits.
He's not the star, by no means, of Night at the Museum.
It's Good Morning Vietnam.
Good Morning Vietnam is awesome.
Everything he does is golden.
Like, he is really good at immediate improvisation.
Yeah.
And he has massive stand-up routines.
Yeah.
So what level do you want to put him at?
I don't know about God though.
Well, unless you can present better candidates.
We still have people to go.
Okay, but it can be edited from there. Unless you can bring up a better candidate, I think he's definitely God mode.
God?
I know a couple people are going to beat him right now off the top of my head, if you have him on the list.
And maybe they'll knock him out of this spot, but I can't see it.
See, right now I'd be more of an A.
Oh, you are.
I'm going to put him in A.
All right.
And then we can move him later.
All right. But folks at home, tell them.
Okay.
They can take it.
Ben Stiller.
I like Ben Stiller for a couple of things that he's done,
Okay, so he's done the Ben Stiller show. There's something about Mary,
which was great.
the cable guy,
The
Zoolander,
The Zoolander, the superhero one that he did.
Meet the Parents. Oh, the superhero one was.
You know what? I didn't like it the first time I watched it, but then the second time I watched it, I saw the value in it.
Okay, just to let you know, Don and I were driving in his van one day, and he said, "Hey, if you could make a movie, what would you make?"
Yeah.
And I said, "I would make this movie where there's a bunch of superheroes and they had really weird powers. Like
Yeah.
one guy's hand gets really
And then
big
that
or
movie
something."
came out a year later. Mystery Men.
Mystery Man, that's what it was. Yeah, yeah.
But he also did the one with Malin Ackerman, where he marries her.
Royal Tenenbaums?
No.
Meet the Parents?
No. He marries her, and they go off to Cabo, and she turns into a nightmare when she meets him. And
Long Came Polly?
No.
I got a whole list of movies. It's not one.
It's one of his more recent movies.
Okay, well, we have Dodgeball, we have Tower Heist.
Dodgeball.
Okay, so here's the
Starsky and
thing.
Hutch.
Dodgeball is one of my favorite movies of all time. All time. If I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, oh, what am I going to watch? And I have nothing to watch, Dodgeball's going on.
There's Something About Mary was my favorite movie for the longest time. And he's just so good as that like straight face guy.
That gets into awkward situations
Yeah.
a lot of the time. Or he's good at being that jerk. The gym owner. You know? Here at Global Gyms, we know we're better than you.
And we know that you know we're better than you.
Yeah.
So where do you put him?
Hey,
At least an A.
yeah.
At least an A.
I did not expect you guys to go along with that.
I absolutely, I don't like a lot of his stuff. Meet the Parents is
now
not my favorite,
But
but
now I want to go watch some of his stuff again.
yeah.